Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new here. My name is Cheryl. I love decorating my home with style on a budget, and I love to try to make it look a lot more expensive than it really is. If you love home decorating and you love decorating your home with style on a budget, then this is the channel for you. So I would so appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and become a member of the iStylEMYSTYLE family. So in today's video, I thought I would talk about florals, in particular spring florals, how I decorate around my home for spring. So you guys know I decorate in black and white. Black and white are my signature colors, and I use green as my accent colors, as you can see around me. So I love to use green, and for spring in particular, when it's a time of new birth, I like to use just plain greenery, whether it be just stems or budding greenery. That's the type of greenery I like to use. And then sometimes I might sprinkle in florals, and it may be roses or tulips or any white flower. White flowers are my go-to. I love using white. You guys know I don't use a lot of colors, so that's what you would see around my home, black, white, and green. So if you are a monochrome decorator and you love decorating in a particular style like myself, in particular, if you love black and white, then this is the channel for you. But if you love using color as well, you can also take some of these same tips and apply it to your color scheme. So let me show you the florals that we are going to be working with today. I will tell you, I love going and looking at my high-end stores for inspiration. Like I went to CB2 to look at their florals. I found similar florals that I had picked up from Walmart many years ago. CB2's florals in Crate and Barrel, Pottery Barn, their florals can range up to $20 or more. Well, I like to look there and see what they have coming out, and then I like to go to other places like Walmart. Don't sleep on Walmart. I know everybody talks about Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, but don't sleep on Walmart. Walmart has some really pretty florals at a very affordable price. And don't forget about Dollar Tree. Remember these stems I showed you? Guys, Dollar Tree has stepped up their game as well, so you can get some really nice looks for less. You guys know I'm all about the luxe look for less. So yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about today. So let me show you the florals. All right, so these first florals are from Walmart. Yes, Walmart. Look how nice these are. These remind me of some that you might see at Pottery Barn or CB2 and Crate and Barrel. Look how thick the stem is. These came from Walmart. I want to say they were $5 a piece. I picked these up several years ago, so I'm not sure if they are still $5, but you cannot go wrong with these. These are the perfect stems to use for spring. Absolutely love those. The next stem from Walmart are these roses. Do not sleep on Walmart's floral section. You can find some really nice florals there. These roses are $3 a piece. I like using these for spring and summer. Very affordable, very budget-friendly alternatives to your high-end stores. The next place that I like to look for florals that are relatively inexpensive is Michael's. These I've had for a really long time. They actually came on a stem, and I want to say there were like 6 of these hanging down, but I cut them off so that I could, you know, separate them and use them not together, but and also sparingly, because of they're so dramatic. Look at that, so nice. But I want to say Michael's, when they have their florals on sale, it's one of the best places to get them, especially when you can buy one get two free, that type of thing. Same with Joann. Now the other place I want to talk about is a Dollar Tree. Guys, do not sleep on Dollar Tree. So these are from Michael's. These are from Dollar Tree. Look how nice the florals have gotten from the Dollar Tree. So nice, so nice. $1.25. Looks very similar to this one. Of course, the quality is not the same. It's not as big, but if you're on a budget, this is a very budget-friendly alternative that won't break the bank. The next place I want to talk about, let me show you these. I showed you these before, but these are also from the Dollar Tree, guys. The Dollar Tree, as I said, they're stepping up their game, and their floral stems, these are so nice. I showed you how I styled these in my entryway, and I also styled them over here in this little arrangement for spring. I think this is so nice. So cute. I'm going for a very dramatic effect for spring here in my kitchen. You guys know I usually do like a moody vibe. Well, this time we're going to go over the top with the florals in the kitchen to see if I like that. So we'll see. If you want to see a video on how I decorate the kitchen, make sure you subscribe, because that will be coming up next. Also from the Dollar Tree are these stems, these silver dollars. Look how nice they are. Again, only $1.25, and I would say on par with something that you would find from Michael's or Joann's. Again, very nice. Do not sleep on Dollar Tree. Also from the Dollar Tree are these succulents. I love succulents. I love styling with succulents, mostly in the summer. But this is how this looks. So nice. I showed you that the other day, and I think there was one other, this one, that also came from the Dollar Tree. Again, so nice. Very nice quality for the Dollar Tree. For $1.25, yeah, I think those are really nice. So I like styling with succulents during the summer. Another place that I like to get my florals is Amazon. So guys know, or you guys know, I love ferns. I'm in love with ferns for this year. I've used ferns in my decor, gosh, I guess for the past couple of years. But this year, I'm going to go fern overboard. I think I'm just loving them this year. But anyway, this one came from Amazon. I like the color variation. It looks so high-end. So I have that. And I want to say these were around like 2 for like $12. So a little pricier. But again, you're getting a nicer quality stem. So I think it's worth it. Again, it's still less than what you would pay for something at Pottery Barn, Crate and Barrel, CB2, West Elm, those type of stores. The other item that I picked up, again, fern crazy this year, is from Amazon. It was a pack of 10, I want to say. It was $9.99. Again, I love the color variation. It's very similar to the other one. These are a little smaller with the leaves. Like, these are oversized, and if you want to get a budget luxury look, you guys know I like getting that look, you want to go with the bigger ones and then add in some smaller ones to give it a more dramatic effect. So I have those. Also from Amazon, I like to use tulips, if I can get to them. I like to use tulips for spring, preferably white tulips. These came in a bunch. They're more off-white, I guess you could say. I like more bright white tulips, but these are off-white. They still get the job done. I think these are perfect around Easter time. That's really the only time I use tulips. And I use black and white together. You guys know I love decorating with black and white, so I do bring out black and white tulips to use during the springtime. These, and they came from Amazon. I want to say they range in price from $12 to $15 depending on what you're looking for, but look how many you get. There's usually like 8 to 10 in a bunch. Yeah, these also came from Amazon. Very, very nice. These and these little, I don't know what you call these. Someone told me once before and I forgot. But I like these styled with the tulips and even with the greenery. I think they're so, so nice. Maybe Lily of the Valley is what these are called. But anyway, you can find some really nice stems on Amazon. And then, of course, if you, more from Amazon. These stems here. Look how nice these are. So I also like using these for springtime. These came from Amazon. I forget how much they were. I will leave a link in the description box down below. Anything I mentioned from Amazon, you can find in my Amazon storefront. When you do shop there, I do get a small commission, so thank you so much in advance for that. But these are so, so nice. And when you pair them all together, I want to say it comes with 2 for $20-something. But when you pair them together, you get a really nice dramatic effect. So you have those. Now, if you want to elevate your look even more, I always like to also look at my high-end stores. You guys know CB2 is my go-to store, and I found these succulents from CB2 a few years ago, and they were on clearance. You guys know I like to buy things when they are on sale, so these were really, really nice. I don't think I have the price on them anymore. I want to say I paid like $5 a piece for these, which again is a little expensive. However, look at the quality of these. So nice. So $5. And when you put them all together, it gives you a really high-end look. So absolutely love these. So these are the items that I love to style in my home for spring and summer. And now we're going to create some beautiful floral arrangements to use around my home. All right, so for this look, I am using a combination of the florals from Walmart and the Dollar Tree. And because these florals are so dramatic, it is going to give us a very high-end look for less. All right, so we've combined our inexpensive florals to give us a high-end look. So these are from Hobby Lobby. Remember, we picked those up. They were $8. It's a stem, and I have it draped on either side of the vase. We have also added these from the Dollar Tree. There are 3 of these in here at $1.25 a piece. And then to elevate the look even more, to make it more dramatic, we have added 3 stems of these. I don't know what these flowers are called, but they came from Walmart at $5 a piece. It looks so high-end to me. Something that you might see from Horchow. You know, guys know Horchow is so expensive, and I love duping their floral arrangements using flowers that I purchased inexpensively from other places. And I think we have achieved the look for less here. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. But I think we have nailed the Horchow look for less. All right, you guys know I love these florals from Amazon. These are Bells of Ireland, and I saw a floral arrangement from Horchow that I want to try to recreate with them. All right, so I have two vases that I could use. I have this one that I purchased recently from Hobby Lobby on clearance. It was $4.59, I think. It's not focusing, but we have that option. And then we also have this one that I picked up. I want to say it was probably thrifting, that I have spray paint at the bottom black to give it more of an opaque look. So yeah, I think I'm going to use either one of those. I'm not sure which one. And then our Bells of Ireland. All right, so as you can see, I haven't changed out my prints yet, but I am going to do that soon. But here are my Bells of Ireland. I absolutely love these. I love the color. They're not as vibrant as the ones from Horchow, but they suit me. So I'm going to use this vase, and as you can see, my stems are quite long, so I'm going to bend them because I don't want to cut them. Now, in our inspiration photo, the Bells of Ireland are leaning over this way, so I want to try to create a similar look, and I'm going to need to put in some filling in this bowl, so hold on. All right, so I have these bags of rocks from the Dollar Tree, and they are $1.25. They look like this, little black pebbles that you can find anywhere, but you're not going to find them cheaper than the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to stick them down in here and hope this is enough to give the arrangement something to hold it in place. And that is not enough. I think just a second. All right, so I'm going to try to use some bags, grocery store bags, to fill up some space in here so we're not using so many stones. So I'll put my stones back in. And I'm losing my stones. Cover up these bags so you don't really see those. All right, now let's try this. I want them to lean over that way, so I'm going to shake them so that works. Can you see that? Let me move you up a little bit. There, can you see that? Okay, so this one I want to be a little bit taller than the first one. So I bend this. We'll stick this one down in here as well. There we go, I'm liking that. And then another one that I want, I think there was 3 or 4 of those, but I want this one to be taller than all of the others. So stick it down in here. Put some more rocks around it for structure. Stand up for me. All right. All right, so we sorta have a similar look as our inspiration piece. All right, so like I said, the inspiration piece had those little green, or not green, those red berries. I don't want that. So I'm gonna try to give ours a little bit more contrast using ferns. I told you guys I am going to go fern crazy. And yeah, I think that'll look nice. We'll put another one here in the back. Fill it out a little bit. And then help our bells of Ireland to stand up a little bit more. I like that. So I love the look, but I'm thinking I need something more. Maybe some white florals. So again, this is our look, and I'll put up our inspiration photo again beside it. But I think I need something a little bit more. And then I also brought out these candle holders. You guys remember those? I like these. Let's move this over a little bit. But I think I need something a little more. And I changed out the lamps. We haven't gotten to that yet. That is a video that's coming, so don't mind my lamps. But yeah, let me find some white florals. All right, so I have these. I have these that I got from Amazon that I showed you earlier. And then these, it's freesia from the Dollar Tree. So let's try sticking this in here as well, down at the bottom, to give it a little more contrast. And you guys know I like to have my florals bend north, south, east, and west, so I want to try to distribute them evenly in the vase. Stand up. All right, so there's that. Then I have these two. Let's stick those down in here. like so, so that we can see them. There we go. Okay, so again, we are going for a similar look to the ones from Poor Child, but not exactly the same. So we are using what we have. I have a vase that I thrifted and just spray painted really lightly with some matte black paint. If it wasn't thrifted, it came from Home Goods, and I want to say it was no more than $5 or $6. Our Bells of Ireland came from Amazon. These ferns came from Amazon. The freesia came from Dollar Tree. And these little Lily of the Valley, I think that's what they're called, came from Amazon. So the Poor Child floral arrangement on sale was $695. And this is our look, again, creating a similar look for less, and less than $30, guys, less than $30, or maybe not. I need to look up the price of these Bells of Ireland, and I'll put up that pricing here. I know these were a little over $1 by themselves. So let's say the vase was $8. So 8, 9, 10. These came in a pack of, I don't remember the price. We'll call those $3. And let's say these were $5 a piece. So 8, 10, what did I say? 8, 9, 10, 3, 16, 16 plus 15, yeah, around $30. So absolutely love the look. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think, but I absolutely love this look. And again, here are the other stems from the Dollar Tree with the limes and our other greenery that we got from Michael several years ago. Again, using what we have, I think it gives a very elegant and simplistic look, so I love that. And then we created another arrangement over here. I showed you this as well. This is a vase that we picked up from Home Goods. Again, using more ferns. I absolutely am loving ferns for spring. I love the greenery, just perfect. And then again, over here, we have this greenery that I put together. Again, using those ferns from Amazon and our limes from Dollar Tree. Absolutely love it. Remember this vase? That was also something we picked up in our last shopping trip. Absolutely love, love, love. And then here on my coffee table, I am using this plant. This plant I picked up from, where did you come from? Family Dollar. Yes, $8. I want to bring more silver in for this year, so I saw it. I'm thinking it's perfect. It has the little greenery that I like, and it's very similar to the succulents that I showed you earlier. Very similar to something from CB2. We picked it up for $8. I absolutely love the look. So yeah, this is everything that I have put together for spring in my home for right now. So if you have enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give the video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, leave me a comment down below, let me know which look you love best. Did I inspire you to go out and recreate the looks that you want without spending a lot of money? You can do that, guys. You do not have to spend a lot of money to make your home look fabulous and expensive. I call my style budget luxury. So yeah, if you want to recreate a budget luxury look yourself, then this is the channel for you. So make sure you subscribe. In my next video, we will be decorating my kitchen. We'll do a spring kitchen clean and decorate with me. So if you're looking for some inspiration for your spring kitchen, make sure you subscribe. And with that, my friends, let's take one last look, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.